Let's be accepting of some of this because they have a learning curve and we can't bully them into submission. We can't make them our wives and they're our husbands, because a lot of women are looking for a wife and not a husband. Maybe not physically, right? But mentally, spiritually, emotionally, they won't show up that way. My husband, Coach Nyla, has never showed up as Coach Fatimah, ever, not once.
Warning, viewer discretion is advised. The content, views, and educational material you are about to experience could challenge your belief, trigger strong emotions, and frankly, piss you off. This isn't for everyone. If you're not ready to confront new ideas, or if your feelings bruise easily, this might be the time to click away. Expect to be challenged, to think, and you might even want to scream at the screen. Proceed with caution, and remember, you chose to be here. Let's get it.
Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Fatimah, Coach Fatimah, 1/3 of Outstanding Personal Relationships and co-author of the book, Let's Talk Polygamy Uncensored. Now, in this video, I want to talk about something serious because everything on this channel is, you make it hard for him to love you. That's what this is about. One of the issues that arises oftentimes in polygyny is that we talk about love a lot. We want our husbands to love us no matter what. But guess what? Sometimes we make it difficult for them to do that because what happens is they're met with a lot of complaints. They're met with a lot of very vicious comments and unsolicited advice. That's what happens. Because who's complaining about polygyny? Who is really experiencing it in a way that is very painful and maybe triggering and traumatizing in many cases? Women. So on our channel, we do address women a lot. I'm a woman. I gave birth to 4 beautiful daughters, and I have a beautiful bonus daughter. I know the world of women. I know what they have went through and what they might go through if they're not willing to listen and do their work, the inside work, instead of pointing blame and blame shifting everyone else, because that is what's happening. A lot of us are married to good men, but we don't want to look past the pain that they've or we've experienced in polygyny. There's no redemption. The man can give you the world. You know, some people say the stars and the moon. He can do all that and it still complains, still complaining, still fussing. Still, he ain't doing enough. He ain't doing it right. You're not going to get perfection in this life. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get in monogamy. You're not going to get in polygyny. Because polygyny is not just happening to you. It's happening to your children. It's happening to your husband. Of course, he chose it. That doesn't mean he knows how to do everything. You don't know how to do everything. You don't come here knowing how to do anything. So when we go, okay, monogamy, he wasn't perfect in monogamy. He's not going to be perfect in polygyny. And perfection is not what we should be looking for because you won't find it. You're not going to find it in a human being that hasn't been on this earth that long, that's had humps and bumps and trials and tribulations and stuck their head in the sand in some cases, maybe. They're still people. And our husbands still have a learning curve just as we do. Their pain is not the same as ours. It's not a pain competition. It's not a pain parade. So we shouldn't want to just sit in it. I wasn't always where I am now. I know what it feels like being married to the man I'm married to experience the pain that I've experienced, but I didn't blame polygyny for it because polygyny could not hurt me. What ends up happening is we blame the word. We blame the term. We blame the lifestyle. When really it's the people that are in it that can make it difficult. So I'll give you an example. If your husband comes home and he's met with a bunch of complaints, he probably won't want to be up under you. In no way, shape, or form. You can take that for what it's worth. Because do we want to be up under somebody and we're complaining constantly? And telling him how to raise his kids, and telling him how to marry and love his other wife? Are we? Who's going to want to be up around us with that negative mindset? That doesn't mean we're erasing what we have been through. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we're meeting our husbands where they are at the time. Nobody stays the same. The husband I had 30 years ago is not the man you see today on YouTube. He's not. Okay? But then back then I thought, oh, yeah, this is how it's going to be, da, 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 and this is my dream. And then what ended up happening is I wanted him to live in my dream.
You're already on our channel and you see how we are empowering people when it comes to polygamy education. You may be wondering, what's the next step? Especially knowing that we are the authors of the book,
Let's Talk Polygamy Uncensored. If you want to get off the emotional roller coaster, whether it's jealousy, insecurity, frustration, anger, maybe even guilt in some cases, you're going to want to pick up this book.
Definitely wish I would have had this book back a while ago when we first embarked on polygyny. And you will learn a lot of things about minding your marriage and what that actually means. So you're not comparing your marriage to your co-wives or anybody else's for that matter.
If you've heard, I'm not against polygamy, I just against when it's not done right, you want to learn how to do it right, this will teach you how to be more than twice the man you need to be to get it done. Let's talk polygamy.com. We look forward to shipping yours off to you.
And then once he wanted to have dreams of his own, I'm thinking as a child from a broken home twice, grandparents divorced, parents never married. What happened? This is what I thought it was going to be. He didn't agree to that. He agreed to the terms of marriage, children, and having family and those things, and protecting and providing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Practicing Islam together. Yes. Beautiful. Until something in him was different. But I didn't say it was polygyny. Polygyny was always in there. But I didn't want to have a conversation. Because if I have the conversation, then that means he might think, okay, let's do it any second. And that was just not the case. Polygyny couldn't erase the beauty that I had inside, outside of the home that we built together, the family we built together. It wasn't designed to do that. It was designed to expand family. I had 7 people with Coach Nazir. But it wasn't my job to tell him that's it, that's all you're having. Not as a grown man. He made that call. Now there's a certain way to do things. Yes, we all know there's a process and a way to do things. But putting your foot on your husband's neck constantly and always complaining and finding something wrong and looking and searching for something. And in some cases, someone gaslight their husband into oblivion because you want him to submit. Because what happens is it breeds resentment and ill feelings. And then he's in pain because he's thinking he married someone that he can kind of talk to about these things. Maybe not agree with everything. I'm not saying that, but talk to. Okay. So just because we don't agree, just because we're in pain, let's not create more pain and more fractures in the marriage, because a lot of these fractures were there already. And if you have too many fractures, you can't recover from it. So don't place your marriage on the line when you have a good man and you just simply don't know how to communicate in a healthy way with him. Okay? So I just want to say that. I want to share that because this is important. Men and women are in pain in polygyny, both are, but it's just different ways. It's not a competition. Remember that now. It's not a competition. And let's stay educated with each other. Let's connect and understand and have conversations. Let's do that. Let's create a safe space in our homes, in our hearts, in our marriage, in polygyny, so that we can get clarity. Because a lot of times as women, we're not getting the clarity that we want because we're not approachable. We're not approachable. I wasn't. I didn't know how to have a conversation. I do now. I know how to bring up stuff now. Oh, yes. I know how to ask now. But I don't ask it as a bully. I ask it as a beloved wife. Okay? In a peaceful way. And if you don't know how to do that, wait. Just wait. Or share with your husband that you don't know how to do it yet. But this is what you're offering. Or this is what you're asking. I don't know how to do this yet. But this is how I'm feeling right now. And I need some clarity. A man can do something with that. A good man absolutely can do something with that. And he might say, I don't know yet. I haven't figured it out yet. And let's be accepting of some of this, because they have a learning curve and we can't bully them into submission. We can't make them our wives and they're our husbands, because a lot of women are looking for a wife and not a husband. Maybe not physically, right? But mentally, spiritually, emotionally, they won't show up that way. My husband, Coach Nazir, has never showed up as Coach Fatimah, ever, not once. Right? He's talked to me, he's hugged me, he's loved me for more than 30 years, protected me, all those things, but he's never once showed up as Coach Fatimah. Never. So with that, I hope you guys got some gems from this video. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and share it. Hit the notification bell, because you are going to want to know when we are uploading new videos and new content. I'm Coach Fatimah. I'm going to leave you guys with some GOC. Make sure you're growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.